Hi everybody, Bobby here and my sister Brenda.
Hello.
And today or tonight we have a video that is very interesting for the people that want to know all about, the field, the what we talked about 2 or 3 days ago about the apocalypse and the prophecies. It's all interconnected and it is amazing the information that we are receiving. So if you guys do not resonate with us, that's okay. You can actually go and do your own research, um, you know, and come to your own conclusions. So tonight, and again, we are always going to be here bringing you all this information because as we are going to start right now, the information that we are going to talk about, we were receiving downloads like 2 or 3 days ago, and we didn't know why we were receiving those downloads. And again, downloads are this information that you start receiving and you start thinking about it and you don't know why are you receiving all that information. So we just want to start with all of this information is in the field. What we talked about 2 or 3 days ago in another video that is titled the QFS and you or something like that. When we meditate, exercise, ground ourselves, we take the sun, automatically we start receiving all of the information that it is in the field, which is, people call it the atmosphere, the ionosphere, so we started receiving this information. It was very peculiar about the Ark of the Covenant. We didn't know why we were thinking about it. And then we started talking and we started putting all the pieces together and we were like, oh my goodness, we are just receiving so many downloads. So, we started doing a little bit of research, and the information that we just received, it was absolutely crazy. So back in that video, we said when you do all of this exercising, meditating, grounding, and taking the sun, you're actually connecting with the field. And in the field, you have all this information that we were supposed to know millions and millions, probably billions of years ago. And it was hidden from us. So now with all the solar flares and the light codes, we are getting all that information. There's still people that are kind of calibrating their bodies for the ascension, so they are having all kinds of pains and they're suffering, and some people think that they're sick, but that's not a sickness. This is absolutely different. It has not happened in 26,000 years. This is the lifetime. So what we started talking about was the Ark of the Covenant. And the Ark of the Covenant is such a mysterious topic, but at the same time, not many people want to talk about it because they don't know what it is. But we were excited about getting all of this information. So I am going to have my sisters start talking about the Ark of the Covenant, and then we are going to combine all of the downloads that we received that day, which is amazing. So, Brenda.
Yes, hello everyone. We were talking about the Ark of the Covenant. Many people believe, or the stories said, that the Ark of the Covenant, what is inside of the Ark is the 10 Commandments, which is completely false.
Yeah.
We said this before. All the stories about Jesus, Abraham, Moses, completely false, invented.
Yes.
So we have to be very careful. Now, the downloads that we were receiving at the same time, because we were talking about this, and at least the downloads that we have to copy out because it's also a lot of information, and at the same time, it's all connected.
Yes.
What is in the ark, like inside the energy of the Ark of the Covenant, is something that the Cabal was hidden from us. Why? Because it is so powerful. And I don't know if you guys notice on a lot of movies that they talk about this and they said, oh, this box is cursed. Well, it's not for us. Actually, it was for them. We have to remember also that everything was inverted.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what is inside this Ark of the Covenant, the energy, is actually, and this was the downloads that we were receiving,
Mm-hmm.
it is actually the divine law. And we are going to explain this.
Mm-hmm.
The only ones that they can open this Ark of the Covenant are the four most powerful angels created by our Creator.
Mm-hmm.
These angels are called eons.
Yes.
They also represent the four horses of the apocalypse, which is the truth.
Yes.
And also these four horses represent the elements of life, which is the fire, air, water, and earth.
Mm-hmm.
So now is when it comes a little bit more complicated, because it's also it goes with the seven seals. My download, or our download, because like we said, we were talking. This box was hidden from us. The Cabal
Hide it
Hide
in the where was it, underneath?
We were saying
It was-
that it was hidden, but we don't know exactly where it was.
Yeah, I think it was in the Middle East. That's what I heard.
Well, that's what they said, but
Yeah.
we don't know. But the thing with this ark is that the energy, and it was sealed by the Cabal seven times, the seven seals. Like I said, the only ones that they are allowed. Why the angels called eons? Because they are the truth. They are the ones that they are basically faithful to the Creator.
Yes.
You have to be someone with the heart, with the truth, that they can only open that box.
Yes.
Now, the problem here is that these seals are basically breaking. There are seven seals. The first four are the horses of the apocalypse. Now, the number 5 seal, which we were trying to invert everything. We have to remember that the Bible said about the seals. Every seal is gonna bring earthquakes. The other one, it was like hunger.
The floods. as
The
well.
floods. I mean, every single seal, it was something, but we have to remember the Cabal inverts everything. Now, the very first 4 are the horses of the apocalypse, which represents one of them is the air, which is the
The
spiritualism.
spiritual. Yes.
The ground, or earth, which is grounding.
The connection to Mother Earth.
Exactly. The other one represents fire, which is wisdom,
Wisdom.
and the other one's the water, which is our body.
Yes, it's the fluidity of our body.
Yeah, those are the four horses of the apocalypse. That's
Yes.
the information.
Remember, we are made of crystalline or crystals,
Yeah.
and it's the quartz, but it's in liquid. So that what it means, the water is saline and it's beautiful. So that's why our bodies are between 80 to 85% water. So that's one of the horsemen of the apocalypse.
Yes. And the number fifth seal, it says, I'm gonna, I have to read it in Spanish, but I have to translate it in English.
You read it in Spanish, I can translate.
Okay. No, I can,
Okay.
it says that los mártires que fueron asesinados por su fe clamando por venganza. So basically, the number is the military tribunals.
Yes, that's basically what they said. The elite
Yeah.
was, killed because of the vengeance that they wanted with the people.
But in reality, the number fifth is the military tribunal, which is already happened or is happening.
Or it's still happening.
It's still
Right now,
happening.
yes.
Now, the number six is talking about the earthquakes and the floods, which is basically the cleaning, the underground, the White House cleaning underground military bases. So that's the number six. The number seven, it says that when the number seven opens, there's gonna be silence in the sky.
Yeah,
That's the EBS.
that's the EBS.
And another thing that we were talking that we received the downloads is that once these angels called eons open the Ark of the Covenant, that energy, which is the energy of our Creator, is going to connect all over the field, and basically planet Earth is going to be
Officially heaven.
heaven on earth.
Yes.
So meaning that no demon, no reptilian, or nothing that it have a low vibration can get inside here on this planet.
Or whoever is here with a low vibrational
You have to
state
go.
of mind either will not be able to withstand the force of the field and the Creator.
Yeah.
So either, we're not trying to instill fear, but again, we have always said, if you do not, meditate, exercise, you change your old patterns, that negativity will not withstand. You have to open up your heart chakra. That is the field. And I said before that the heart emanates an electromagnetic field 5,000 times greater than the brain or the mind. If you're still trying to make things in the logical mind and trying to figure out things with your logic, that's not gonna work. You have to be in your heart. And that's exactly the connection from the 3D, 4D to the 5D. You automatically change from the 3D and 4D to the 5D consciously. And again, this ascension, before, and everything that we have had as a download has come to, fruition. Everything is coming out.
Yeah, we noticed that every time we receive a download, and we are talking about this. The other day I was talking about the pyramids and what was under the pyramids, inside the pyramids, and what they were using the pyramids. Like a couple days later, the information came out.
Yes.
Because it's downloads.
Yes.
I mean, we don't even have to do.
We don't do
research.
much research anymore. I mean, we've been here 4 years trying to give this information to you guys, and we were doing the research and going crazy looking for information. Now
It comes automatically.
it just comes automatically. It's insanity what we are seeing, but again, if you guys are not doing your meditation and your exercising, grounding, all that stuff, you're not opening the heart field. You're not connecting to the field or the quantum field so that you can get all of this information. That's why you see people out there that are just going nuts. They're going crazy. They don't know what's happening. They get mad, anxious, stressed, because it's like when you're not connected to the field, you seem to be completely confused. You seem to be angry all the time because nothing makes sense anymore. People that were family or friends before, you do not resonate with them anymore because they're not ascending, but you are. And one of the things that we said, it was before you would ascend when you die, because the soul, or not the soul, let me just rephrase that. The soul is the mind, and that's another video that we're going to have. But the spirit had to go back to the creator and then be born again. Obviously, when we were here, our souls there and spirits were being recycled over and over and over and over because of the making the money and the birth certificates and all that stuff. But now, ascension, for the very first time in human history, or this planet's history, we are ascending with our bodies. That's why people are having all kinds of symptoms, whether it is pains or dizziness or ear ringing or low back pain or muscle soreness, inflammation, you name it. Nobody is sick anymore. This all has to do with ascension, and everybody is ascending with the body. The body is going with us. So these are the information that, or downloads that we have had in the past, and they are coming out.
Yeah.
The truth is just coming out. It's just that they have been giving people the truth little by little. But going back to the Ark of the Covenant, many of you probably remember that story about Pandora's box.
Yeah. That's the Ark of the Covenant.
That's the Ark of the Covenant. They just reversed it, and they made a cute story about, if they open Pandora's box, all famine, all wars, all diseases, everything is gonna come out.
Yeah.
Well,
the Ark of the Covenant, it was hidden from us, and they were using the other one, the cube, the black cube, or the Saturn cube.
Yes.
Yeah, everything was
Inverted. So the Ark of the Covenant basically, is when they open it, and the seals again cannot be opened by anyone. These are just forces. We have a spiritual battle. We have said this many times. Many people do not get it. They do not understand. They do not understand. The forces that we have fought since we were little are not things that people can see. These are forces, these are energies that have always been out there in another realm. We can see those. We've been fighting, and if you guys know the stories that we have had back in our house when we were little, you will flip. But so the Ark of the Covenant has everything that has to do with the seven seals, wisdom, all of the flaws, but it's not something for us. It is for the bad guys. That's why they were protecting the Ark of the Covenant so much, because if they opened it,
they die.
They die.
Because of the energy they cannot.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes, that's exactly what is happening right now.
That's why when they opened that, like we said, that energy, which is the divine law.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to remember there's no 10 commandments. That was invented.
Yes.
There are actually 42.
There's 42 commandments.
But that energy, which is the energy of our creator, these demons, they couldn't touch that box.
No.
That's why they were saying, oh, it's cursed. No, it wasn't for us, it was for them.
Yes.
So that energy, as soon as they open, the field of that energy, it will connect to the planet Earth, and it's gonna be heaven and earth.
Yeah.
So
and that
that's
movie
what
that
they
you're
were
talking
afraid.
about is The Mummy. So if
Oh,
you
yeah.
want to go see The Mummy, that's the movie she's talking about, you know, that they were looking for this Ark of the Covenant and they find it and they said it's cursed, and then they show you in the movies that just regular people or the good people die, but it's not the good people, it's the bad people. So that Ark of the Covenant has been always protected, heavily protected by forces that are beyond the comprehension of humanity.
They were trying. They were so scared. They were so scared of that energy, of course, of God. So that's why they were protecting that box. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, they were protecting it tooth
Because
and nail.
yeah, because
Yes.
once that box is open, they're gone.
Yes.
Which is basically they're not. They're gone. Actually, they're gone.
Yeah, they cannot survive that. They basically, their spirit, whatever the demon spirit, will be destroyed forever. That's it. So the Ark of the Covenant, you know, it's not a portal. I mean, there's people talking about it and saying that it is a portal. It's not a
No,
portal.
it's energy.
It's
the
just
energy.
energy. Yes.
And it contains it's basically the divine law.
Yes, yes. And remember the 42 commandments were written by Matt. And
Because it's mad.
yes, the God is Matt. And then they said Moses, M. So they inverted everything.
Yeah, the story. I mean, we have to remember. Remember, I think I said this in another video. I have a lot of memories from Egypt.
Yes.
She is basically her memories are from Atlantis.
Yeah,
But yes, but yeah, when the reptilians came here, infiltrated, they took a lot of things from Egypt, technology, books with a lot of information. Also, this, I believe the Ark as well. And they destroyed the entire, and I'm talking about Egypt here in Colorado. We said this before. The other one, we have to make another video because now
It's a lot.
they came with the pyramids in the other side, and that's another video that we have to make because a lot of people are still confused. They are still confused.
Yeah.
The real ones are here in Colorado. When these reptilians came here, that they basically melt everything with our own technology,
Yes.
because that's what they did. They took everything from us and they melt the entire planet. I don't believe they were floods. They use advanced technologies that they
Yes.
took from us.
Yeah, they basically were locked and loaded, and they just melted pretty much
Yeah,
many different places.
yeah.
So
Egypt was one of them, and why? Because of the information, the technology. I have to remember people from Egypt, basically Syrian, the magicians.
Yes.
So technology, they were very advanced in technology, and also the magic. Like I said in one of my videos, that Book of the Dead is not the Book of the Dead.
No.
That book have a lot of information, and I'm pretty sure about the medbeds as well.
Yes.
That's why they took everything.
Yes. And that's why they said, oh, that's the Book of the Dead.
No.
So how do you resurrect people? You know, you can with the negative forces, but they didn't want you to know truths. They didn't want you to know technologies. So they put the Book of the Dead so that people would not even touch it because they thought, oh my gosh, this book is cursed. So if we touch it, we can die.
They were like alchemists, the magicians.
Mm-hmm.
And I can say this because I am very serious, yeah.
We love magic and herbs, and probably that's why we are talking so much about the realms and what we can see on the other side, because that's who we are. We've been like this since we were born.
Mm-hmm.
We just learned that one of our nieces as well, she can see things from the other side, and she's very young. So it's very interesting that our family, or some people in our family, are actually waking up to this incredible gift that we have. So it's very powerful.
Yeah.
So
But what it is inside the Ark of the Covenant is the energy, the divine law.
Yes.
Once it opens, the planet's gonna be officially heaven and earth.
Yeah.
And the only ones that can open this box are the angels. The four most powerful angels called eons.
Yes. Those are basically the ones that are in the field.
Yes.
The ones that can be, as they used to say, the seraphims are the ones next to the creator.
No.
It's the eons.
Eons.
The eons are the four most powerful, gigantic angels, creators, that are basically next, or if not inside the field, which is the creator, is the energy.
Yeah.
So
that's why they were saying the four horses of the apocalypse, which is the truth, wisdom, like we said, and also they represent the four elements of life. So that's why they are the only ones who can open, or basically allow to open the Ark of the Covenant. That was our downloads.
yes. So pretty much that tells you that those angels are here.
Yeah, I believe so. I think you said that you were watching a video about they were saying that in the White House they were like this big
Yes, there's like 9 or 12 feet tall angels. I mean, it is incredible. And not only that, I had a dream a couple years, maybe 2 years ago, that her house and my house was actually protected by these angels. I didn't know that they were those angels. I had no idea. I just woke up one day and I said, Brenda, I can still see these angels, north, south, east, and west, protecting our homes. So I don't understand who they are, what are they, and now 2 years, almost 3 years later, I see that the angels that I had the dreams about before are actually the ones that are here.
And what they said in the Bible, they mention a lot of angels that I'm pretty sure they're not even
angels.
Yeah. Because we have to remember that whatever the Vatican, whatever they love, is not good.
Yeah. They praise too much and too many things that, we actually have to question. So
many names are invented, so they were invented too.
Yes.
About the angels.
So, the Ark of the Covenant, you guys, this is it. And we actually had another video saying this is it. So today is the start of everything new. And I did put a short that it says, like new beginnings, new you, new world, new whatever. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to do a frequency Fridays, Now, I have been out of sight for a little bit. I haven't been feeling well. So, but I try to put that little video so that we can raise the vibration of our family, which are you, the people who are following us, and the ones that actually see the videos. So we're trying to raise the vibration because we want you guys to, enjoy and kind of like ascend so that we can meet and we can be together in the new earth. And that's why we're trying to do a little bit of music videos here. We're putting also posts in the community about little recipes to raise your vibration with the foods and the drinks that we are doing. I'm gonna start posting also mocktails, which are kind of like herbs and drinks, and so you guys can actually have a little bit of high vibrational foods. We're gonna try to do a little bit of exercising, and then we're gonna put some shorts like that as well. Meditation, a little bit of yoga. You guys, this is gonna be amazing.
Yeah, different things. It's not all information all the time, because it's gonna get like.
Well, some people are gonna get bored, because they wanted something different.
We have to do research and know what is going on, but at the same time, we have to have fun.
Yes, and we are gonna have all the fun that we can, because when all of the information comes out, that's when we are going to be able to explain with details about what was happening in the planet, and we can start for billions and billions of years ago. So we're remembering. So yeah. So we're gonna leave it here now, right? Or do you have something else to say?
No, we're gonna be making another video about the pyramids, because information, so we can basically. I already talked about this, but
yeah, we have to continue talking a little bit because some people, just don't remember.
And the video that I was talking about the pyramids, it was actually the god Anubis, the one I did. And I was talking about these pyramids, and like 2 days later, the same information that I was saying about the pyramids, it came out like everybody was talking about this, and I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah. So that means that we are basically connected
to the field.
Yes,
we're getting those Akashic records, and they're coming through our skin and getting into the cells.
Yep.
That's the sun and the solar flares. That's exactly what they're doing. And I'm sorry, I just have to say it, but I just saw something right here. It was like a goosebumps. Ugh. It wasn't bad. It was just like a Isis. I kid you not. I saw Isis, and I have goosebumps right now.
Yeah, I did a video. I did a video long time ago, and she couldn't put it because and the video it shows my wings and everything as ISIS. I'm not saying this just because don't think, but I saw myself and she saw it, so we couldn't put the video on social media because you can see my wings and the eye, everything gold, everything. It was weird. So I was like, no, because people are gonna start thinking that I'm a reptilian, and no.
Yeah. No.
Actually, my face it wasn't, but you know how people are.
Yeah. We were changing, but anyways.
Yeah.
Or what they call it, shape shifting.
Yes.
Oh my God, shape shifting. Oh my God. Anyway, so we are going to leave it here. Always remember that our online store is open and live. Is angelwarriors1113.com, and we have a couple of things in there. We're putting little things on a weekly basis. We're just gonna keep it with those things for now, very simple. We do have men's t-shirts coming. So we are going to have, I think one of my daughter's friends is going to take a picture, and then, is going to be able to model the t-shirt for us, but it's okay. So you can go in and see the merchandise that we have. We have a new beautiful glass that it is for mocktails, and it says Angel Warriors, we are the light. So I'm gonna try to put that one, either tonight or probably tomorrow, because it takes a little bit long to upload this information and this the pictures into the website. So but the website is live. You guys can go and see. We do not ask for donations. We're not asking for any donations right now, or ever, because we want to exchange energies like that. We are basically creating something beautiful so that you guys can have and become part of the Angel Warriors. We are the light movement. We want you guys to be the light as well. So with that said, we hope that you like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave comments if you have any questions and we can answer them. Then, we will answer the questions for you. So with that said, we hope that you have a beautiful night and abundance to all.
Definitely.